Hey guys, so today I'm going to be doing a fun one. I'm going to be doing your assumptions about me, technically, because about romance authors and romance books and women and stuff like that. And what we wrote. Anyways, the point is it's all about assumptions. So get ready. This is my live for the week. So, yep. So there's that. Okay. All right. Sorry, this thing was doing something weird, so I was like being nosy. All right, so anyways, I'm Lexi Miles. I'm a romance author. I write HEA romance, which basically means happily ever after. And I like those because it's a type that I love to read because I like to be on an emotional journey and then have it feel rewarding. So I want to give that same thing to you guys. All right, guys. If it is the top, it is the top of the week, and we're about to go to an holiday, and so I just want to say that I hope everybody has a beautiful holiday and you love everything about it if you're in the States anyway. So yeah. But if you're not in the States, sharing it with you guys anyway. Okay, anyways, I don't know. Well, okay, so let's get into these assumptions about romance books. Sometimes people assume that romance books are badly written. That is like completely false. They just have romance in them. Okay. No research necessary. I was really shocked because I had this one writer friend who was like, oh, you guys don't have to research anything. I mean, it's just about sex. Any book that you're going to write, you have to do research. So just let that be known. That assumption is incorrect. We have to research everything. And then some things are really fun to research, but you still have to research it because anyway, there's that. Covers say a lot about the book. This is true and false. It's kind of a both because sometimes the covers have nothing to do with the books. They just are eye catchers, and that's the one that you choose to use because it's that mode. But I guess at the base of it, all of them do say something about the book because it's something that the author chose. So, okay. But true and false because it could have nothing to do with it. It just looks nice. Okay. Anyways, all romance books are spicy. That's not really true. The kind I like are, but you can have sweet books as well. My sweet are still spicy, but it's not always true. It just depends on the heat level. So look at the heat level depending upon what you would want. Medium, I like, my sweet spot is medium to high heat because that's the ones I like to read. Okay, paranormal romance is like out there. It's like really unrealistic. That's not really true. There's a lot of stuff that can be based really in life, and it just has some paranormal aspects. You know what I mean? Only women read romance books. Again, that's false because that's men read them. A lot of more men nowadays are reading them even more to get an idea of what women kind of want, kind of in a way, to some level anyway, and that's not true anyway, because for me, one of the main people that read mine, they're romantic couples and they read together, so there we go. That's like a little sliver of my audience of people who read my books because they're, it's anyway, but men do read romance as well. Writers are awkward and introverts, and they aren't very social. That's an assumption about writers. Some can be and whatever. I think it's just human. It's just kind of like a slice of life, and it's just human. It's the same ratios as normal, I think. And sometimes I guess some people can be introverted, but I'm not, so I break that stereotype. I'm very hi. That's who I am. All right. Writing is easy. It's not really much work that goes into it. Anyway, as a writer, that's fake. It's very time consuming. It's very hard work, but you still love every bit of it. I love creating anyway. Writers are messy like artists. I would like to say that I have met authors who they're very orderly and everything else, so that's not necessarily true. But about me, I'm not messy. Like, I'm very clean, but I do like to work in chaos a little when I'm creating. But if it's just like writing and stuff like that, I'm very organized. But so yes, I guess it can be, that could be true. Writers base characters off of people they know, bad and good. I think it to an extent because you're talking about how you relate with people, but I don't think it's just about one person. There's people who are interesting, but if you're writing fiction, in my experience, I don't just write about someone. I don't do that. I literally write about some things that are what you call it. You know what? I just realized I'm this far in and I was going to do a never have I ever. I guess I'll just do another video on that. Whoops. Anyway, but characters, they're loosely based, but not really about them. It just helps you to breathe more life if you kind of envision people. But most of the time I think of a couple different people and I kind of make them one. I don't know if that makes sense. Anyways, writers are depressed. Who said that crap? No. I mean, of course, when you write, you kind of can work through your therapy. It's kind of like therapy. So I see where someone might be coming with that, but I don't really think we're depressed. I don't know. Maybe there are some who are, but no, I don't think that's entirely true. Okay. Every woman dreams about an epic proposal. So when you're writing it, you want to write those in or whatever. I was like, that's not really true. I'm a woman, and so I don't think you need to have epic. I just think you need to have real. Okay. And everyone loves a push and a pull, but those epic ones are fun to write. Everyone loves a push and also it's got to be real. If it's like this real, that moment has to be good. Anyway, but everyone loves a push and pull romance. It's a toss up. I don't. I mean, they're good, but that's not the ones I look at. I think sometimes it's a little immature and deep, but I do have a few that I've written, and you would know it by that because I had a good time with it. But I'm like, children, get it together. Just talk. If you like somebody, you like this person, what's going on with this? But I do love that trope, and I do write in it, so I do enjoy it. So anyway, so does everyone? It's a toss-up, like I said. Writers are perfect. This is an assumption about writers, that they spell everything, they have the best grammar, they do everything, and they do it all the time. No. We have editors, my friends. And then what makes it, because if you read my text or whatever, yeah, no, I shorthand with the best of them. Anyways, you know. Anyways, we make about assumptions that writers make about readers. We assume that readers love the same genres, books, everything, tropes that we do. I guess in a way, yes, because we write these books, but it's just things that we like. And so I mean, certain things, if I'm a romance reader as well as a writer, so I think of things that I like, and I think that there's a group out there who would like it too. So I don't know. So I guess yes and yes-ish on that. I guess we do assume that. Want us to get to the point, that we think readers want us to get to the point. Some writers don't know how to do this. They just write forever, and I'm like, we get it. It's a garden. Let's keep going. But I think readers want us to get to the point, but I like to, and I think it's just a personal preference. Okay. And another thing, do authors assume about readers that you see exactly what we are describing still on that? I think book boards help a lot with this. Like, I might want to say like a bunch of things, but I kind of keep myself more concise because I have book boards that I put on Pinterest, so you can actually see what I'm envisioning, and that helps a lot. And then I don't have to describe it as much. I do describe it, but I feel like it definitely hits it. I don't know. So that's what I found. And then romance, the assumption that there's a central love story, it has heat, and that it has a HEA or a fulfilling ending. That's an emotional fulfilling ending for like readers. Yes, that is an assumption, but it's not just assumption. That is like the whole point of romance. You're supposed to hit those things when you write a romance. So I hope you had fun with this. I will do more assumptions later. Oh, there was one more. It was like, oh, romance is only an excuse to just talk about smut, and it doesn't have any like nothing to it or whatever. That is incorrect. Yes, it does have hot things in it. Of course, it's a romance, but also there's a lot of great things that you can pull from a romance that are romantically related, love and everything else, but also you can find and discover about yourself, as well as in like, relating to other people. Anyway, so that is it. I hope you enjoyed those. I will be back with more assumptions later, but it was fun to do these, so I wanted to share them. If you are not yet, please subscribe. Be back soon.